Why is communication akin to a journey? Achieving a goal involves similar steps: creativity, planning, execution, and receiving feedback. Indeed, this metaphor helps liken communication to its dynamic, interactive, and evolving nature, emphasizing the importance of active participation and mutual understanding in achieving common goals. These goals are the destination, often inherent in a common understanding and in the same purpose of sharing specific information. To reach this destination, people get to know and discover each other, know their emotions and resources. It eventually leads to an achievement of profound personal growth and development through effective communication. But if communication is a mutual exchange, we must consider specific yardsticks against what we communicate and what is received. Applying the Pareto principle, we might say that if 20% of the process is the actual action, the remaining 80% is preparation, imagination, and planning. Likewise, if 20% of our effort goes towards building a robust communication strategy, 80% involves how the audience absorbs and assimilates the information. This highlights the significance of effective communication. Our direct control diminishes once we have crafted our message and the audience begins to engage. Therefore, the key lies in mastering the 20% we prepare and control. Indeed, this metaphor helps liken communication to its dynamic, interactive, and evolving nature, emphasizing the importance of active participation and mutual understanding in achieving common goals. These goals are the destination, often inherent in a common understanding and the same purpose of sharing specific information. To reach this destination, people get to know and discover each other, know their emotions and resources. It eventually leads to an achievement of profound personal growth and development through effective communication. Since we cannot measure others' reception precisely, we focus on attaining satisfactory feedback by setting the right communication goals. In his June 2013 TED Talk, How to Speak So That People Want to Listen, Julian Treasure presents HAIL as an acronym for honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. These encompass being clear and concise, accurate to oneself, consistent in words and actions, and wishing the best for the audience. These concepts lead us to one of the two pillars already mentioned: trust. Trust and equality are actors in the same play, but don't always act similarly. We might trust someone not because they are on our level, but because we view their words as authoritative. This authority comes from having clear communication goals. Authoritativeness is not something we innately convey to everyone, and not on all occasions. The ideas, preconceptions, and feelings of those in front of us can totally change the value of what we convey. It is up to us to figure out how to grab attention as quickly as possible and plant, or even better, confirm our authority in a few simple moves. There are situations in which being authoritative seems easier. If a doctor comes in front of us, dressed in the clothes of the trade, and starts telling us about the beneficial effects of a new drug, perhaps presenting his studies on it, we are inclined to believe him, because this person has already created his authority. With this example, however, in talking about studies, data, and self-presentation, we have already begun to name the first but crucial supports we need to begin the journey to effective communication. Like any journey, the path to effective communication can face obstacles. Some are beyond our control, but we can learn to recognize and address those stemming from our limitations, such as shyness. Defined as hesitation, insecurity, or fear, shyness can be overcome by building self-confidence, a self-esteem facet. Viewing esteem as something quantifiable, we can train ourselves in self-confidence, visualizing our communication goals for optimal application. Following the communication journey, we can treat shyness as a rite of passage, building self-esteem based on solid knowledge and arguments.